Hey guys, welcome back to ATS Recap. This is Brian, let's go. Izzy I posts a thread titled Antarctic Hot Springs Yields Ghostly New Species. 3 new species were found in deep sea hot springs off the coast of Antarctica, and they could rewrite theories of how marine creatures populate in the world's oceans. So these scientists, they went swimming around the southern tip of South America and the Antarctic Peninsula, and check out these strange creatures they found. A pale, ghostly looking octopus, a predatory 7-legged sea star, and a hairy-chested yeti crab. Alex Rogers, not sure if he's one of those expert swimmers, but he is the professor of zoology at the University of Oxford. And he authored this new report. So what does ATS have to say about this? Izzy I brings up a good point in her opening post, or the OP. I foresee many discoveries in the coming years regarding life in one of the most brutal environments on the planet. This research may prove valuable to understanding life on Earth, as well as the development of life in space. Show and tell responds, release the Kraken. You are lied to, writes. If we weren't spending $600 billion a year on defense, then we could have all the oceans fully mapped by now. Then again, maybe they have, and there's just more they don't want us to know. Clint Delicious says, ATS, I suggest you guys check this out. Then you can be part of the ghostly new species thread, all by clicking that link below. With all this 2012 talk and conspiracies, I've been thinking to myself, where would I go if things went south and I need to get away from a populated area? Well, it led me to this thread by Gizrock. Best places to hole up if things go south. Whether a zombie apocalypse or another disaster where all anarchy ensues. If you didn't have the funds to find shelter, where would you hole up? Sam's Club? The only glass is on the entry doors, which is still pretty secure and can easily be blocked. The building is solid concrete block, and of course tons of food and supplies. Where else could you go? Here are some responses throughout the thread, but as we go through them, really think about it. Where would you hole up if things went south? G146541 says, like I'm going to share my secret on the web? Okay, I'll give you one. In the event of a zombie apocalypse, I've built a balcony with a retractable ladder. Get ready already, writes. In my opinion, you need to find something fairly isolated, mundane, and secure, like a cabin in the woods, basement, storm shelter. Not that I've thought about it or anything. Expat888 says, get far away from the cities. Cities are killing fields and death traps. I would set up temporary camp in a police station. Already gone, writes. Don't hold up or fortify. Mobility is key. Travel light, fast, and silent. Preferably in the bush, mountains, anywhere away from the mayhem. My mind is mine, responds. I live in downtown Atlanta. If shit hits the fan, please say a prayer for me, because I'm screwed. Sweet and Low says the best place to go is New Zealand. 2 islands, thousands of miles away from everyone. Long swim for zombies. So ATS, where would you go if things went south and you needed to get away from a populated area quick? And remember, money cannot help you. So click the link to tell us what you think. Not applicable, posts a thread. Man beaten to death after hugging a cop. This Oscar Bartholomew guy, him and his wife were visiting family in St. David, Grenada for the holidays. He had mistaken a police officer as an old family friend. He goes up to her, gives her a big old bear hug, but it's viewed as an assault on a police officer. Bartholomew was arrested, beaten by police, and died the next day. This is only one side of the story, as police are conducting their own investigation, which in Grenada usually amounts to nothing. So here's what ATS members are saying about it. Quick Learner responds, how could you mistake a police officer for an old family friend? Did the family friend work as a police officer? Was she in plain clothes? Lots of questions still. DEFCON 5 provides an update. The officers are now being charged with manslaughter and are in jail. The Mind War says back, I think statistics show you are more likely to die in police custody than by terrorism. Buddha writes, it could be this female cop had a cop boyfriend and he was jealous, so he beat him to death. Okay, ATS, what do you think about all this? Weigh in by clicking that link below. Skeptic Overlord posts a popular thread, how SOPA can kill ATS and free speech online. I'm sure you've all heard of SOPA and PIPA before. Stop Online Piracy Act, and Protect IP Act. These are two proposed U.S. legislations that are highly controversial. So what's ATS's position on it? SOPA is the most dangerous threat of free speech ever proposed by the U.S. government. Both these acts were presented by politicians with big media money jingling around in their back pockets, their front pockets, and even brought into their offices in great big wheelbarrows by the lobbyists who run Washington. The intention is to block access to offshore websites that provide access to pirated content such as movies, music, words, pics, etc. And if passed, these bills will enable blocking to such sites to everyone in the United States, and little or no confirmation that a complaint exists to the original copyright holder. For example, if an illegal content domain is blocked and an ATS member posts an IP address of the domain's web server, one complaint can get all of ATS blocked to the entire nation. Calgarian writes, take away our freedoms and there'll be an uprising overnight. Citron says, forget ATS. This is going to kill the internet. Trexter Zeom states, even if congressmen get 100% no on SOPA and PIPA, they're going to still pass it anyway. Dave Spanners brings up Lamar Smith, who is the congressman that introduced SOPA. Lamar is quoted by saying, the criticism of this bill is completely hypothetical. Trexter Zeom comes back and says, right-in congressman? Okay, but a boycott has made GoDaddy waver back and forth on their support. Perhaps going after supporters with a boycott is a more effective solution. And there's also another thread that I recommend checking out. It's called Boycott SOPA, the Android app that publishers and politicians fear. The thread was created by Danced with Wolves, and it's pretty cool. You should check it out. The app is free, and it allows you to scan barcodes of products to see which manufacturers and publishers support SOPA. Okay, so we've given you a lot on those threads. So if you haven't yet looked at it, go check it out and comment on it by clicking that link below. Thanks for watching the show. This is Brian with ATS Recap, signing off.